What's up, YouTube? It's the Elite Ace here again, back with another video. I'm live action. You already know what it is. This video is a video to response of King of Lightning's Fullbring review. You know, he did a review of the whole Fullbring arc. First off, I want to say, good review, King of Lightning. I mean, straight to the point. You know, explained it real good. But there were a few things I noticed that I would like to address. Of course, I'm not coming off on some stuff like in my #1 voted video titled "The Phone 999." Stop bitching about Bleach every week. But this also goes out to everyone else. Plus, this is a little input on my thoughts of the Fullbring arc, as well as my favorite character in the Fullbring arc. Well, characters. Okay. Where do I start? The Fullbring arc, I mean, was it the best arc in Bleach? No, not by a long shot. But there's so many reasons why, you know, people didn't like it. #1, these are my reasons why I think people didn't like it. It started out very slow. The anticipation and the hypeness was up too high. It started out real slow. You know, people wanted Ichigo to get his powers back. People were looking forward to two things: to see this, Soul Society, go to 13, and Ichigo get his powers back. That's what everybody wanted to see, and it was starting out slow. You know, we all have to get used to these new characters. You have to take them in. A lot of people are like, man, forget these new characters for now. We want to see, Soul Society go to 13 and Ichigo get his powers back. But just because they didn't show that, does that necessarily make the whole arc bad? I mean, not necessarily. But yes, it is somewhat strange how the anime version is better. Reason why I say somewhat, it's the anime. I mean, it's emotion, color. One episode covers 3 to 4 chapters. It's at a faster pace, sound, etc. However, there are some mangas out there where scenes in the manga are better in the manga opposed to the anime. I guess in Bleach case, when that happens, censorship. How in the manga, Tsukishima's arm gets cut off, but on the episode, it just gets cut. What is that? Long time ago, early on in the series, when Jadimbo, whatever his name is, he opened up the gate to the Serite. In that manga game, he cuts his arm off. In the anime, he cuts it. But whatever. So yeah, those are a few of the reasons I think why. But I knew. I don't know about everybody else. I don't know about you, King of Lightning, but when the Arrancar arc was coming up to a close, I seen an interview where people, the interviewers asked him about Yor, is he dead? Is he alive? What about this? What about that? What's the future of Bleach? And he said there would be 2 more arcs. One will be a small, short arc, and the other one will be a long arc. I knew ahead of time, like, okay, so this got to be this short arc, because Ichigo getting his powers back. I mean, he can make that to a small, short arc. I mean, was it really needed to go real long? No, so it was a short arc. With the Fullbringers. Oh no, everything having spirits. I don't know what the hell was up with that. I agree with you. I think that was just I don't know if that's some Japanese folklore or if that's a shonen tradition that happened in shonen mangas years ago that I don't know about. I don't know what's up with that. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like the dollhouse thing. I didn't like the stuffed animal thing. I understood it. It was a Yakuza guy in there. In order to get out, he had to kill Ichigo. So they put him in that dollhouse for an event, like for a life and death situation event that would trigger that. I'm not saying that's the only life and death situation he would come across, but I mean, what would you prefer? Them to say, well, just keep walking to school and hanging outside, and maybe a hollow attack you, and then you will be running for your life, and then you would try to activate your Fullbring. So they're like, no, we're gonna put you in this situation, tiny enclosed space, fight something crazy that you never even fought before, that you didn't even know that was possible. A human being in Yakuza inside of a stuffed pig, you know, y'all thought he was crazy, but I understood. You know, it's a method to Kubo's madness. Now, second, what I did not like, that little ray gun thing Ruka had that she said Tsukishima made, like, they could have kept that, you know, forget that. But yeah, as far as everything having souls, I know you said if that's the case, how come nothing didn't crumble, you know, or just disappear, or break, or shatter, or whether, or you know, against the captains, Ryatsu, or whatnot, or the Soul Reapers? That is a good question, but I mean, you could also ask or wonder the same thing about humans. I mean, if you can say how come buildings and trees and this and that didn't fall under it, then how come no one ever said how come humans didn't fall just by being around them? Now, we all seen when Soul Reapers raised their Ryatsu and spiritual pressure, you know, humans and other Soul Reapers and Hollows and Iran cars and Advisors can drop to their knees and you get paralyzed and all that. But to just die and evaporate, that only happened when what? I only seen it happen when the Fate Katakura Town battle started in the anime. That one filler moment when that one Soul Reaper that showed up to save that little girl. When all the captains and eyes and everybody was in the sky, it was so much spiritual pressure, the hollow blew up. And then when Aizen, when he was in his full evolution form, that human, he disappeared. And I know in Ichigo, okay, it happened twice, but it could happen three times. The third time, Ichigo could have done it. Ichigo was stronger than Aizen. If someone disappeared, it just evaporated going up against Aizen. Same thing can happen with Ichigo. But Ichigo, he had full control at his time. Anyway, that's my thing about that. If you can say how come it didn't happen with trees and this and that, hey, then how come it didn't happen with humans? I mean, so, although I agree with you, it's stupid, but what you're asking, I don't know. Also, what else? Let me think. Oh yeah. The fights. Kenpachi, just demolished that old guy, whatever his name is. Forget his name. Renji versus Jackie, that wasn't even a fight. Renji just, bam, sit down. Alright, she done. The PSP boy and Toshiro, I knew PSP boy wasn't gonna beat Toshiro. Byakuya and Tsukishima, loved it. Ikaku versus Mohawk, loved it. Ichigo versus Genjo, I was disappointed. And I will tell you why. And this is the thing. Now, I know how you say that Genjo, you know, he, like, what's, okay, you say how you say, what's his powers, you know, like, you know, what's his unique ability. One thing we've seen with him, he did the energy thing. Okay, I know why when he was fighting Tsukishima, he slashed down, made the big energy thing. Okay, wow. But look at what he did. This is unique. Look at what he did. He had his Fullbring, okay, and took a badge, a substitute Soul Reaper badge, and infused it. If I was any Soul Reaper, we all know the Zanpatos and the Quincy tools and Quincy bowls and all of that stuff. We all know about that. If I'm a Soul Reaper, regardless of my rank or power, you know, I'm fighting an enemy. He take a badge and fuse it with a Fullbring. You don't know what that's capable of. So maybe his unique ability is to take powers. I mean, come on now. We've heard of this character Marvel made called Rogue, and that's if she touches you, you know, you get the point. I mean, if you know your American character history, Rogue, she couldn't fly at first. She touched Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel was flying. Rogue grabbed her. That's how Rogue was able to fly. Mega Man, he can take powers. Zero can take powers. I know they're machines, but you get the idea. So, maybe that is his main Fullbring. If someone say, no, that ain't this Fullbring, okay, well, he went ahead and took the badge and fused it with his Fullbring. That was why, I mean, hey. But then again, maybe some could say it was a plot hole or whatnot, because he had to have gotten stronger to take on. Ichigo just got his powers back. We got a brand new, stronger crispy Ichigo. You know? So, of course, he is going to have to get stronger. And I was wondering, how is he going to get stronger anyway? And that's how. So, you know, yeah, it was messed up. Like, man, he taking his powers. He using Getsuga Tensho. I know you all wanted to see, you know, a unique new move or whatnot, but, I mean, I wanted to also. But, hey, if that's his thing to take power, I mean, I ain't too psyched about that. But just consider that. Also, how you say, and everyone else say, the Fullbringers was pointless. There was no point in them for Ichigo to get his powers back. Okay, here we go with this. The Fullbringers. Kubo stated, the beginning of Bleach, the theme was Rukia. A Rancor arc, the theme was Orihime. Fullbring arc, the theme was Chad. This final arc, I bet money Utaru is the theme of this. Why? Because of the fact that, you know, he's a Quincy, and the enemies are the Quincy's. So in this final arc, I know they are. So anyway, this is the thing. I don't know if everyone is saying how's Chad the theme of the Fullbring arc, and it was about Ichigo getting his powers back. Listen, until the Fullbring arc started, we never knew what Chad was. We never knew. Listen, we knew he had hollow powers. Think about it. We know what a Soul Reaper is. We know what a Substitute Soul Reaper is. We know what a Mod Soul is. We know what a Quincy is. We know what a Visor is. We know what a Rancor is. We know what a Adhucha is. A Minos Grande, a Hollow, everything. A Vasto Lord is. All of that. Captains, lieutenants, seated officers, grunts, the gate guardians of the Serite, all of that. We know. But no one never knew before this arc started what the hell was Chad. A human with hollow powers. And I bet money, y'all don't even BS me. Y'all don't be real with y'all, be real with it. Please. I promise you, if the Fullbring arc would have never happened, say if it would have did that time skip, but went straight to the final arc. Ichigo and Chad walking. Ichigo, hey Ichigo, oh yeah, I found out what I really am. I'm a Fullbringer. Ichigo, really? What's a Fullbringer? You know, it's a group of individuals while we were in our mom's stomach while she was pregnant with us. She got attacked by hollows and they survived, and the remnants of hollow attacks went into the belly, and that's how we have our powers. Really interesting, Chad. Wow. And then how much on the bet? We'd have never heard nothing from it again. I bet money people would have been complaining. Damn, Kubo, where are these other Fullbringers? How come you never brought them up? What the fuck? Oh, Kubo trolling. Man, this is wet. Yeah, you're just not spending. I bet. It's like, no artist or writer or developer can please everybody. I remember King of Lightning in your review, your manga review, when they did the flashback of the Fullbringers. I remember you was laughing saying, Coop, are you serious? You want us to feel sorry for them? Whatever. This is hilarious. You didn't care. But guess what? This other reviewer, Techie 101, he was pissed that it wasn't longer. So what that tell you? Everybody's opinion is different from everybody else's. Some is the same. Everyone has their own opinion. Hey, that's just how it is. Think about it. That's proof. Everyone is just their own person. You didn't give a damn about their flashback, but he did. But this video is about moi. What did I think? I thought it was cool. I thought it was appropriate. Actually, like, okay, he gave us a taste of their background, but he didn't go deep into it because, honestly, I wanted this to be over with myself, to be honest. But yeah, also real quick, yeah, the anime is still better. But anyway, I bet money that people be complaining if they didn't even show none of the Fullbringers. I bet. But see what it is, people, you know, they have to take, you know, it was starting off slow. People wanted to see the Serite and the Goldie 13. People wanted to see Ichigo get his powers back real quick. And I know how you say you got the attachments and everything, and that's all the Fullbringers was for, but in a way, it was somewhat expected. You think Ichigo was just going to get his powers back without having no kind of, you know, no kind of upgrade? No upgrade at all? I don't know. I don't know, because like for him to just look the same after Rukia stabbed him, he just looked completely the same. No, I mean Naruto, he has his upgrade. Luffy, he had his upgrade. You know, because it's not they do it on purpose when they create these characters. They create them real young. So as time go on, you know, a lot of character development, they end up getting stronger, a new look, learning new techniques, all this kind of stuff. Now, on to the other things. Now, you said that they were pointless, like it was no need for them, like each Grookey could have stabbed him with that sword in the beginning. Okay, I've heard this a lot. I'm geared to clarify this and shut it down. I don't agree. This is why. I know it's your opinion. I mean, I ain't trying to start a rant or nothing like that. I mean, you know, what they say on Mario. No, I'm not gonna be with you because you, not that I got nothing against you, because you cool, but I'm geared to just silence all of that. Let's not forget, giving powers. If you're a sorcerer, giving powers to a human, you know, it's against the law in the Soul Society. Let's not forget that, number one. Number two, I mean, could y'all really would have seen that happen? Ichigo walking home from school, then, huh? What? I said, Ruka, what's up, girl? You get my powers back? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Nah. Look. Remember. Whose idea was it? Think about that. Whose idea was it for Ichigo to get his powers back? Was it his dad's, Urahara's, or Old Man Yama's? We seen Urahara, Old Man Yama. I mean, we seen Urahara and Ichigo's dad walking together. He was saying, like, sure you want to do this, and you know, you're messing up your son's life, and I mean, so this is the thing. It says right here. Urahara, having earlier traveled to Soul Society, where he explained the situation to Captain Commander Yamamoto, the sword had been infused with the reality of all the captains and lieutenants of the Gold 13 upon Yamamoto's order. So it was Urahara's idea to go before Captain Yamamoto. So you got to think about this. That 17 span, remember, that 17 span, that 17-month span, maybe he was thinking, plot, man, how can I do this? Man, I don't want to get nobody in trouble. I don't want to get no Soul Reaper in trouble by giving them their powers. You know, and who wants to give up their powers to Ichigo again? A Soul Reaper is going to want their powers. So what did he do? He came up with a way to come up with the sword. Like, all right, let me present this to Old Man Yama. And you never know. Maybe it took 17 months to do it. 17 months to a Soul Reaper ain't nothing. Reason why I said maybe it took 17 months. Remember, there's a new Goldie 13. I mean, there's a new Central 46. Central 46 is over Old Man Yama. So whether Old Man Yama was doing it in secrecy, whether it was all doing that in secret, or it was taking it was taking them 17 months for approval by Central 46. Now I know everything I just said right there, it probably didn't go that deep into it, but you gotta think about it. I mean, who stopped Aizen? Some say Urahara, some say Ichigo. But remember, Urahara put a Kido spell within the Kido spell. You know, he put the seal within the Kido spell. And what happened? Urahara thought it was gonna work. Then Aizen took them rings. Out of his wrist. You know, Urahara was like, damn. So what happened? Ichigo, final Gatsuga Tensho. Bam, weakened him enough to where to activate. So, and I like how Kubo did that. All this bleach stuff started, man. It's all over Aizen and Urahara, all over these Hokyokus. That's all it is. You know, so came down to it. You never know. Urahara probably felt guilty about it. I hear me. I know y'all thinking, what man? Because think about it. He knows Ichigo wants to protect. He knows Ichigo don't want to lose his powers. It took Ichigo to lose his powers to stop Aizen so that seal can activate. And maybe Urahara was like, man, that ain't cool, man. I'm going to do something for him to get his powers back. Like, it was because of him. Or you never know. Maybe both of them, it'll be a never-ending giving props. For example, Urahara, Ichigo, man, you did it to get to the final get to the potential, but now you put the seal, but hey, but you weak, no, hey, but I could have, if you would have, you know, it'd have been back and forth. Just like that. All in all, they both did it. The main character and the so-called main villain at the time, you know, and the main villain at the time with Urahara, you know, they both did it. So that's my whole thing about it. So it was a good tie-in. I mean, Ichigo wanted to protect. And this was nothing new. They were the get over crew. The Fullbringers, this wasn't their first time doing this. If y'all read it right and watched episodes, they did this before and before and before. They were the get over crew. They always been doing this. Taking powers, getting stronger, sharing powers, this, and that. I mean, Genjo, he rebelled. He didn't care. He didn't give a damn. And now that Ichigo got his powers back, you know, he got the Fullbring powers. He was like, cool, you got the Fullbring powers? Bam, I'm gonna take them. Bam. Okay, it's another thing. You say, how did he go Bunkai through Ichigo's Fullbring? Remember, Genjo explained to Ichigo during the training, it says right here, Genjo explains that when Ichigo lost his Ryatsu, a tiny portion accumulated in a single location inside of him over time, and that is why they used the Ryatsu flowing inside his badge to jolt that awake. That's what it says, that awake. And it says, he says, all that is left to do is to beef up his new body and powers, and then his Fullbring and Shinigami powers will fuse. Will fuse. So he still had a speck of his Shinigami powers, and it fused with his Fullbring. Also, right here, Ichigo emerges with his Shinigami powers, and Rukia berates him for crying like a baby. Kugo, you know, Genjo Kugo, explains that that's impossible, as he took Ichigo's powers, and thus one person cannot return them. Then Byakuya, Renji, Kenpachi, Ikkaku, and Toshiro then arrive. And Renji explains that they all that gave their Ryatsu to restore Ichigo's powers. And here we go. Rukia further explains that all Genjo took was the power that had merged with Ichigo's Fullbring, and that it was impossible for him to steal Ichigo's Shinigami powers. Bam. Shut it down. Not trying to be cocky or inappropriate. But I'm going to read it again. Not the whole thing, but right here. Rukia further explains that all Kugo took was the power that had merged with Ichigo's Fullbring, and that it was impossible for him to steal Ichigo's Shinigami powers. So, when Ichigo did final Getsu Gatenshi, you know, Mugetsu, tiny portion was in there, got Fullbring. It merged. So he took that Fullbring that was connected to that Shinigami power. So when he took Fullbring and Shinigami, he had the Shinigami. That's how he was able to go Bunkai and do Getsu Gatenshi. Right there, that make perfect sense. Perfect sense, right there. And then that's when Rukia came, bam. But see, it still lies dormant. So this is proof. Even though he did the final Getsu Gatenshi lie dormant, Genjo took his powers. It's still, he still didn't rape Ichigo not all his powers. And Rukia got it back for him. You know? And another thing is, yeah, I can't stand Rukia and, you know, and her going up against Rukia. I could care less about that fight. And this is the thing. I'm about to wrap it up right here. I think Rukia, if she really could have, excuse me, she could have killed Rukia. But remember how she was hesitant, like, damn, she was hesitant, like, it's a human, and I don't know. But she took out D-Roy. I think D-Roy could drop Rukia. So if Rukia beat D-Roy, then I know Rukia could drop Rukia, but she was on that dumpster. That's why I don't like Rukia. Yeah, that's right. I said it to all the Rukia fans. I don't like Rukia or He-Man. But I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to cut it short. I know it's going on for some time. I got to get out of here. But this is the thing. Genja and Tsukishima were my two favorite characters in that arc. But my favorite, one of my favorite characters is Genja. Why? I know you're thinking like, what, Genja? What, man? Because I don't care what nobody say. I don't care. I'm gonna have to unsheath it on this one. I don't care what nobody say. He is part of Bleach history. We will probably never see him again. But guess what? He's part of Bleach history. He is the first substitute Shinigami. He didn't just used to be a Shinigami. I mean, he was the first. The first. I mean, look. He knew about Ichigo's dad. He knew about Urahara. He even told Ichigo, like, you sure you know about your Kurosaki family? Like, are you sure? he is freaking here. That's Shinigami law was made for him. And he just rebelled. He like, what? They monitoring me on this badge, controlling Ryatsu, what? And they can't hear. He probably said, forget it. And that's messed up. They were, I thought it was kind of sweet how they said, you know, they were monitoring Ichigo's badge, hoping he'd run into Genjo. Then he did run into him. Remember, Fullbring is only, they don't even stay in Katakura time. So now it was like, cool, we got our guy. It's like putting a tracking beacon on Ichigo. Okay, there he is with Genjo. Or Genjo. There he is. Two substitute Shinigamis. They came there because they knew at first I'm thinking, why did they send these cats? Like, why did they send Kenpachi and Byakuya? Kenpachi and Byakuya? For them? I'm like, come on now. But they were taking caution. And you're never, you know, you're never stupid for taking caution. Never. So it comes down to it. They looking at it like, okay, this guy, Genjo, he's been doing this for a long time, been on the run. We don't know how much strong he got. He got to get over crew. We don't know what. You know, they're taking precautions. They were smart for doing that. Even though all the Fullbringers fail. They all fail. Yeah, I know the PSP guy's still alive. Jackie's still alive. Mo's still alive. I don't know about Super Shima, but they're going to drop that guy. And like he told Ichigo, should you rebel, they're going to do the same thing to you. I think that's messed up. That'll still stick with me. If I was Ichigo, I'd be like, you know what? I'm about to drop all y'all. Byakuya, I did it before I do it again. Kenpachi, I did it before I do it again. Ikkaku, I did it before I do it again. Renji, I did it before I do it again. He never fought so sure. They had a little, you know, confrontation in the third Bleach movie, but that's just the movie. Ichigo wasn't even really trying to fight him. So anyway, yeah, Genjo, I mean, he don't look stupid. He don't look cheesy. He don't sound crazy. He got that sweet S-pin across the scaffold, whatever it's called, turned to the big sword. His Bankai looks sweet. I mean, this dude, one of my favorites. He was the first substitute Shinigami. But like I said in my video, Phone 999 stopped bitching about Bleach every week. You know, we didn't get a backstory on him. People was mad. But I bet, but that's the thing that threw me off. I thought people wanted this stuff to hurry up and wrap up. Nobody was caring about him. Nobody was caring about the Fullbringers. But when we don't get a backstory, come on now. So anyway, but how much you want to bet? I'm gonna wrap it up right here. How much you want to bet we get a backstory in the anime? We got one with Halibel, so that might be the case. So yeah, that's the thing. So the whole thing with spirits being inside of objects, yeah, it didn't make sense. But if you asking if captains, how come it didn't shatter and get affected by the Ryatsu? You say the same thing with the humans. You could have asked that. Also, like I said, it was Udaharu's idea for Ichigo to get his powers back, and Old Miyama just confirmed it. Also, so it ain't like Ruki could have just, even though she lieutenant now, she couldn't have just walked out, opened up the gate, the Sunkaimon, and just went in there, you know, went to the world of living without no what you call it, without no jurisdiction, none of that. No, it don't work like that in Bleach. Also, Genjo, look, we took a pendant and fused it with a Fullbring. That, I mean, of course, that's something new. Of course, he could probably take powers. If that wasn't it, maybe that was his Fullbring to take powers. They did get attacked by Hollows. Hollows got totally different powers from Soul Reapers. I mean, Aizen constructed a Hollow where every full moon, it makes sure Zanpakuto just disappear like it did with Kai and Shiba. All of that. And remember, last but not least, that's how Genjo was able to go Bankai through Ichigo's power. Ichigo still had a speck of Ryatsu left in it, and Rukia confirmed you just took what was merged with his Fullbring. You didn't take all his Soul Reaper powers. So what he took, he still took some Shinigami Ryatsu from Ichigo. So that's why, right there. But yeah, oh no, that's my outlook on it. Oh yeah, before I go, yes, the anime version is better. I'm loving the anime version way more than the manga. But I was able to stomach the manga because it's a method to Kubo's madness. Plus, I knew this was the short mini arc, and I knew once Ichigo got his powers back, he was gonna look newer and sweeter. And I mean, I'm just glad he got his power up. You know, if Naruto and Luffy got their damn powers, why not Ichigo? So damn, there it is. I'm glad he got his power up. Arc wasn't that bad. It's over with now. If anything, we all need to be concerned about the filler that's coming up. It's about, the Fullbring arc in the anime is about to be over with. So we need to be, it's catching up to the manga. So hey, Is it gonna be on a break, or are we gonna get a long filler? But yeah, that's my outlook on it. Again, King of Lightning, good review. This is the Elite